Hey Alex, it's Jessica Peterson. I spoke with your office this morning and they accepted this video on your behalf, and I'm super excited they did because I'm about to show you just a few tips that you can start applying right away, and it's going to help you guys out tremendously. And I know this for a fact because we have employed these exact same strategies with over 50 other businesses, restoration businesses throughout the United States. And doing so has been huge. And I'm not just talking getting an extra couple jobs here and there. I'm talking significant, okay? I'm talking reaching goals and surpassing goals they never thought they would ever achieve, all by applying these strategies. And I know you're probably then thinking, well, why is she doing this video? What's in it for her? And that's really a fair question. And to be honest, I am so passionate about what you guys do. All the work that you guys do for your community, for these families that have been displaced, and you help them get their lives back. That's huge. I am all for community and making a difference. And you guys do that every day. And so if I can do this short video and I can give you just these few tips, and you guys can take it, run with it, have more jobs and help more people, that's what we're trying to do. So whether you want to do this on your own or decide you want to partner with us to help you get there faster, either way, it doesn't matter. As long as you're using this information and you're taking it and you're getting jobs and you're helping people, that's what we want to see, okay? So we're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. So it is important to understand that even though you have a nice looking website and everything looks great, Google doesn't care about what it looks like. Google ranks based on content, not appearance. So your content that's in your written text as well as your images. Your images need to be optimized with your local keywords, as does your written content. Because people, when they need services, they're not searching for you by name. They don't know who you are yet. So they're searching for keywords specific for what they need. So you need to focus on keywords like you're doing here. San Diego water damage or water damage restoration San Diego. You have to focus your content around that strategy. Your homepage is the most important page because it ties all these other pages together. And so it needs to be a summary of each of these services, and it needs to be keyword rich, full of the keywords that people are actively searching for your service. And do understand that people search differently, so you want to capitalize on the different variations of those keywords. You need to have at least 1,500 words or more of content on this homepage. And if your competition has 1,500 words, you need to shoot for 18 because you need to have more than what they are doing, okay? So you need to work on your content and keyword strategy on your website. If we look at the #1 ranking water damage restoration in San Diego, we have Certified Restoration. They also have a good website. They got tons of service pages and service area pages. And their website is focused around those local keywords. And you can see their homepage has a lot more written content than you guys have. Okay? So you have to do better than they are doing. And these guys also write long form blogs. So they got tons of pages and blog articles with a hyper focused content and keyword strategy. So they've been able to be indexed for tons of keywords and get tons of traffic. But these guys are beatable as long as you work on your content and keyword strategy and you do more content, better dialed in keywords, more pages, etc. So really work on your content and keyword strategy. And now when we're talking content, that doesn't just apply to your website. That's also content you're putting out on the internet, whether that's on your social media pages or Google business profile. It's important Because if your Google business profile doesn't show your content, doesn't have any information about your services or who you serve, and your website doesn't have that either, Google has no idea who you are. So how on earth can they send you customers, right? So your customers, as we both know, when they need a service, they're going to do a search term like water damage restoration San Diego. And we want your business to show up when they do that search. And there's 3 different spots you can show up. Okay, the first section is always going to be your ads, your cost per click ads and local service ads, which normally are in this area here. And that can be a good strategy as long as you have everything else dialed in, your funnel and landing pages dialed in, and you've got the right structure. Okay, then ads can be extremely powerful and helpful. But if you don't have that dialed in, it can be a huge money pit, okay? So if that's the case, then we need to focus on these other strategies before we worry about ads, okay? So this section here is called the map pack, okay? Your Google business profile needs to be in this top 3 of the map pack for all of your services in your service area, because 30% of people come straight here and will not go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3, you're quite literally handing all of those jobs to your competition. And there are many factors that go into ranking here, but the most important is citations. That is simply listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, and even your social media pages are citations. So you need to get a ton of those citations. You need way more than your competition is doing. Okay? Because every single one of those citations is sending signals to Google to tell them who you are, what you're about, the services you offer, etc. So you need a lot of those to help you guys out. And then this last section here is called the organic section. This is the most important because nearly 60 to 70% of people will skip everything else up here and come straight to the organic section. So if your business is not listed here for all of your services in this area, you're missing out on tons of jobs every single month. So in order to get in this spot here, it all comes down to your website being properly built and optimized with that content and keyword strategy, and then supporting that with your backlink SEO strategy. So that brings us to backlinks. This is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to tell us how websites perform. And we can see you have a rating of a 7 out of 100 in Google's trust flow, which isn't terrible, but it still means Google doesn't trust you yet. And that is partly because of your content on your website, but more so the power you're sending to your website. As with everything else, nothing runs without power. So we have to send power, and we do that with backlinks. So you need a lot of backlinks. You need more backlinks than your competitors are doing. But not all backlinks are the same. You don't want spammy backlinks that are going to hurt you. You want to go after good quality, do follow links that are mostly related to the services you offer. Could be vendors and even other home service business websites. It's like one of your vendors giving you a huge shout out and saying, hey, these guys are the best restoration company in San Diego. Send them all your people. So you need that power. It helps boost that authority, which is going to help Google rank your website. And it's also going to help rank your keywords. Now, because your content has limited keyword strategy and you don't have enough content, you've only been indexed for 29 keywords, and you're only getting a handful of people to your website every month organically. And if we actually looked at your keywords, you have a couple keywords that you're ranking for. There's 10 spots per page on Google. And it's your brand, which unfortunately isn't what most people will be using. And these keywords in Russia. So being ranked in Russia still isn't going to help you. You got to be ranked in the USA. So you definitely have to work on your strategy and your keywords. If we were to look just at San Diego and just at water damage with this handful of keywords, there's over 1,000 searches every single month for this one service. So if you were to actually optimize your website content and keywords and backlink strategy and rank for this, you have this type of potential every single month. And then if you took it a step further and you optimize all of your services in each area you serve, just imagine how much potential traffic opportunity that brings for your website. So that could mean an extra 10, 20, 30 or more jobs every single month by just employing these strategies I am showing you today. If we look at your competitor, they have a higher rating because they have more backlinks. Now, because you only get credit for one backlink per referring domain, there's a lot of spammy stuff in there, so we don't want to go after the spammy stuff. We're only going after the good quality backlinks. We'll go after those, and then we'll get more and do better, okay? And because they have a ton more pages and a more dialed-in strategy, they've been indexed for over 2,700 keywords. And they're getting over 2,400 people on average to their website every month. So again, yes, certified restoration can be beat. You can beat them, but it is going to take the work. You've got to work on that content and keyword strategy and support it with your backlink strategy. So now when you follow each of these tips I have provided you today, your website has an amazing opportunity to not only compete, but to dominate with some of your services and service areas. And you are more than welcome to take all this information, apply it yourself, and make a difference. Or if you'd like a partner, Peterson SEO, this is our specialty. We specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So if you want help and a partner in this process, go ahead and reach out and give us a call or send us an email so we can get you on our calendar. Thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.